Okay, so Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Oh wait, I'm supposed to say my name. Yeah, so my name is Barney, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah, okay. Now, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice is a very special film. I think it's quite possibly my favorite superhero film, and I want to really talk about it. But how can I do that without talking about visionary director Zack Snyder? Now, hold up. I know a lot of people who don't like his films, and honestly it baffles me. And don't get me wrong, everybody's entitled to their opinions, but my problem comes in when you try to force those opinions on other people. Zack Snyder to me is that guy from class who works extra hard to make great assigned projects and get hated on by the rest of the class for doing something different from them. The box office is currently being dominated by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, if you're being honest, it's dominated by, Disney. And the thing with that is Disney has perfected the formula that works for them, and it may be generic, but it really, really works for them. I mean, it's 2019 and they already have four movies that have grossed over $1 billion. Like, think about that: Captain Marvel, Endgame, Toy Story 4, and Far From Home. Like, separate Toy Story 4, and the other three films are comic book movies. And what do they all have in common? They have a similar structure, family friendly. Even if Endgame is darker than the other two, family friendly. Now, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, obviously, is a very, 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 very controversial movie. When I mean very, very, I mean very, 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 very controversial. For one, it came out during the time when Marvel was already dominating things, and you know, it was the possible future of a DC cinematic universe. A lot of people got angry, like, oh, this is copying Marvel. Some people were like, oh, it's trash. Some people were excited. Some people were like, uh, I'd like to see what they do with it. Some people love the trailers and were hyped for the film. And then the movie came out. Oh, fuck. The movie, the movie came out. Yeah, okay. So the movie came out and then everything changed. Why? Why did everything change about a film that had so much buzz going for it before it premiered in theaters? Why? Let us see. Okay, that's the big question. Why do critics hate BVS so much? I mean, it's been more than 2 years. If it was so horrible, why do they keep making articles about it? Why do they try so hard to make fun of a scene that was set up really, really well? And by now, I'm very sure you know the scene I'm talking about. That's right, the Martha scene.
Why did you say that name?
This is probably the most controversial thing in the film, besides Batman not caring about saving criminal lives. The Martha scene really hurt me because you see Bruce, who all through the film has been hell-bent on killing an alien. Hear that alien say the last word his father did, which also happens to be his mother's name. Bruce is an orphan boy at heart, no matter how he tries to hide it by wearing costumes and fighting crime and having sex with models. He is still a guy who lost his parents when he was young and couldn't do anything about it. Now imagine the trauma of hearing the last thing your father said, but by someone who doesn't even know your father. You know he's an alien. So imagine what Bruce was thinking. How did he know that? Is he reading my mind? So many questions. And Ben Affleck portrays this very well because when you see his face, you see he's actually terrified yet angry at the same time.
Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name!
To me, that line of dialogue is a stone that kills two birds. For one, it opens Bruce's eyes to the fact that he's becoming what he promised to fight, a villain. Whether I choose to believe it or not, Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, is the villain of this film for a very, very long time. He might not be a direct villain, but he's the antagonist to Clark's Superman for a long time, up until the ending of the film. It's also the first time in the film that someone besides Martha Kent and Lois see Superman as human. And what is truly poetic about it is the fact that that person is Bruce, the same person who spent his whole time trying to kill Superman, saw him as a freaking human being. Wow, just think about that. And people still believe this film had no depth and it was bad and poorly written and whatever they say. PVS is truly one of my favorite films, and honestly, I don't think this video is even long enough for me to express how I truly feel about it. It really changed my perspective on how movies should be made. At least big budget movies, superhero films, you know, the ones that come out once every 3 or 2 years. But nowadays, movies are coming out every day. My point is, Batman v Superman gets a lot of hate that it does not deserve. It is a very, very good film. Until this day, I do not understand why people think it's not.